Okay, we're on Yevamot, Perek Bet, Mishnah Dalet, fourth Mishnah in the second chapter of Yevamot. So in our last Mishnah, we learned, let's just go back to see, last Mishnah, we said, if a woman is issur mitzvah, if a woman who falls to Yibum as an issur mitzvah, or she's an issur kedushah, then choletzet v'lo mityabemet. There is zika, as we've seen, but she's choletzet v'lo mityabemet. So now we're going to see, and the Mishnah says, as we previewed last Mishnah, what is an issur mitzvah and what is issur kedushah? Issur mitzvah, shniyot midivrei sofrim. So we learned that there were these 15 arayot, there were 21 actually, 15 plus even 6 more arayot, that when a woman falls for yibum, she's an erva. It's not even relevant, nothing to talk about, not even her tzara, according to Beit Hillel. But she's an erva, she's not a candidate, lo choletzet lo mityabemet. But if she's an issur mitzvah, then we said choletzet v'lo mityabemet. So what is that? Shniyot. Shniyot la'arayot means a second level arayot. Shegazu sofrim aliyah. Meaning the Torah says that if a man, if, for example, the Torah says that vis-a-vis God, if someone marries his mother's an erva to him. What about his grandmother? Aim imo, okay? For example, okay, what are they? Oh, it says, why are they called issur mitzvah? Shemitzvah lishma lidivrei chachamim. So an issur mitzvah is an issur erva derabanan. Elohim, aim imo, ve'ein lifesake, or his mother's mother, his mother's mother's mother, his mother, whatever. Aim avi imo, or his mother's father's mother. You could read the whole list if you want, but let's just use aim imo, his grandmother on his mother's side, as an example. The Torah does not say you can't marry your grandmother and your great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother. The Torah says you can't marry your mother. But your great-grandmother, Chazal said, you can't also marry your grandmother. So for example, let's say his grandmother fell to him in Yibum. How's that possible? Okay. Gad and Dan are brothers on their father's side from Yaakov. Okay? But they're not brothers on their mother's side. Gad was born from Leah, and Dan is born from Rachel. Or actually, we should do this, make it simpler. Let's just do Binyamin, just for biblical clarity's sake. Binyamin is born from Rachel. Okay, now, but Binyamin gets married, and for whatever god-awful reason, he marries Dvorah, his brother's grandmother on the mother's side. It's not his grandmother, it's his father's wife's mother, which is not asur to him. I don't know if it's recommended, but he marries Dvorah. And then, of course, Binyamin, tragically, dies. Okay? So now, who falls to Yibum, to God? His grandmother on his mother's side. His grandmother is not an issur midivrei Torah. His grandmother is an issur asura midivrei sofrim. So that means, vis-a-vis Yibum, she is kukah liyibum in some way. Mida oraita, she's a kukah liyibum. Why is she kukah liyibum? There is a concept of Yibum vis-a-vis this woman. She is kukah liyibum. Okay, but mida rabbanan, she's asura. So therefore the Torah says, she is choletzet. Therefore the Mishnah says in our last Mishnah, if she's an issur mitzvah or kedushah, choletzet v'lo mityabemet. What's an issur kedushah? That's shniyot midivrei sofrim. What's issur kedushah? Almana lekohen gadol, grusha v'chalutza lekohen hedyot. So for example, if these brothers, let's just look at these brothers. These guys are brothers. We're gonna leave this aside for a second, okay? They're just brothers, and he didn't marry his grandmother. He married a grusha. So they happen to be Kohanim. Binyamin is a Kohen. He's not allowed to marry a grusha, but he did anyway, and now he dies. So she falls to Yibum. So remember we said, one second. Let's bring. I need that green line back. We'll move it over here. We moved it over here. Okay. So there is zikuk liyibum in this case. Why? Because this grusha, even though they were married, this grusha, right, she is kukah liyibum midoraita, because Binyamin was only not allowed to marry her as a kohen midorabanan, but we hold kidushim tovsim b'chaye lavin kagon. So let's look at the example. Grusha b'chutza chalutza kohen idiot. Kagon she'avar achiv hamet v'nasa grusha uchulutza. He married his brother who died, violated din d'Rabbanan, and he married a grusha. Okay? When he dies, she requires chalitza. Sha'arei tafsu bo kiddushin. Because the wedding, when he married her, there is tfisa kiddushin. The wedding is chal. The marriage exists. That's what we hear. Kedushin are tofsin. If someone marries someone who is prohibited to him, when Binyamin married this grusha, okay, he's not allowed to do it. But there is kedushim, meaning it is tofes. It does have a halachic effect. So therefore, when he married her, I don't want to do that. Therefore, when he married her, they are married halachically. And therefore, halachically, b'doraita, there is zikuk liyibum from God. And therefore, in this case, we say that God has to do chalitza. He can't marry her. He's a Kohen. He can't marry a grusha. But he's a Kohen. And the same thing is true if, let's say, Binyamin was a Kohen Gadol. Binyamin was a Kohen and God was a Kohen Gadol. In that case, even if she was an almanan, Binyamin could marry her. Nonetheless, God can't. Similar example. Okay, grusha v'chalutza l'koheniyot, or mamzeret unitina l'Yisrael. Let's say they weren't Kohanim. She was a mamzeret, or bat Yisrael l'natin u'lamamzer, or she was a Yisraelite, and they were netinim u'mamzerim. They came from netinim. We learned they came from the sect of netinim. Natin, right? The netinim, the Kahati says, was a woman from the Givonim that were mitgayirim in the time of Yoshua, and Chazal didn't know if they were really their gear was accepted or not. So they can only marry netinim u'mamzerim. So if she's about Israel and this is a family of netinim u'mamzerim, she also can't marry them, and therefore they could only do chalitza, not yibum. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.